Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to share a quick flip through of this third comic book journal that I was working on. If you've been watching, you know I've been working on 3 of them. The other 2 are already in my shop. This will be in my shop when you see this video, but this is the DuckTales. Uncle Scrooge is on the front. So super cute. It's again tied off, or the tie closure is like a belt. And so what I did was I had this little clasp in case you didn't see the last video, because I only used this closure on the second and the third one, but it was a little like clasp, metal clasp that I had. I took a piece of this wide grosgrain ribbon and I flipped it through the first slot and sewed it right here. And then this is the slot where you take it off. So I just have it wrapped around in the back, and you just take it off like this, kind of like a belt. And this is wide, you know, wide enough so it will stay when you put it through here, through the little slot. When you're done, when you want to close it up, it will stay in there. It won't like slip out. Plus it's the grosgrain, it has a little texture, so all of that helps it stay closed. This is the goodie bag so far that I have on this one, so I'll show you that in a second. But here's the front, and like I've been saying, I let the comic book determine the size of the journal, because there are certain things I didn't want to cut off. You know what I mean? I didn't want to just say it's going to be Traveler's Notebook size and I'm going to cut it right here. You know what I mean? I didn't want to cut off Uncle Scrooge. You know, I wanted the whole Scrooge there. So I did trim it a little bit, but not too much. It's a little smaller than the Star Wars one that's already in my shop, the Star Wars journal. This one is 5.5 inches wide and 8 1/4 inches long. And so here, you know, all the covers have been sewn around, and they're backed in between the comic book pages with file folders, so you can see they're like nice and sturdy. Here's the back of this one. It has Sonic on there he is on the back. So cool, right? And they have all got the 5 pamphlet stitch with wax cording. So as we open up in this one, we have, you know, comic book page. Whoops, let me flip over. Here we go. And yep, there's the first. And so all the pages from the comic book are in this journal. This is black cardstock, and on the back of this one I have the flip up, flip down in this one. And in the back I left a pocket where I have a journaling card. And then I did a little flip up, flip down here again with some colorful brads. This is a colorful journal, so I thought that was fun. This is just a fun journal to keep your memories or whatever you would like to keep in here. There's the flip up, flip down in this one. And then you just can, let's see which way, you can go either way. But just something like, does that look right? I think I'm doing it wrong. I think I was starting out right the first place, yeah. There we go. Okay, and you just kind of wind that around back and forth under these little circles, and then you have your little flip up, flip down closed. This paper that you see like this, the colorful paper like this, is cardstock scrapbook paper from my comic book paper pad. Here's a pocket here where I have some of this vintage grid paper, and there's 2 sheets here that was from a company, and the company name's down here. I think this is really neat paper to use for having fun in the journal. There were cut aparts on that comic book paper pad, and this is part of that little page where you cut apart your journaling cards. This is just a piece of the paper pad that I cut apart, probably a scrap that I cut into a journaling card. You know, the corners are rounded. And then a playing card here with the pretty, you know, colors. This is some of my tie-dye paper that's a fold out. This is the one that I used to catch the drippings from our actual tie-dyeing of shirts, and it came out so pretty that I kept them and used them for paper, you know, in my scrapbooks or my journals. So, and this is the on purpose where we had leftover tie-dye, and I just used it to dye papers, and this is one of those. So pretty, right? And now I've made more, and I actually have this listed in my shop. The solid colored tie-dye paper is made with tie-dye, which is fabric dye. So here's some blue. This is food color dyed. This blue lined composition book paper here. I put a piece of that in here. And this is the cardstock. Here's a pocket back here with several pieces. We've got note paper. There's a bird on that one. This pretty note paper. This is a large ticket that I found. Everything, all my ephemera here, I have picked up at thrift stores. The comic book paper is the only thing I think I bought at a store. I bought it Tuesday morning, that comic book paper pad. This is Monopoly money. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I bought at a store. This bulldog clip here, I bought that at a store. Not a thrift store, a regular store. Okay, and the comic books I bought at a store too, because I didn't want to use my old ones. I'm not ready to take those apart. So I bought new ones at Ollie's to use for this project. Okay, so, because I really wanted to make some, but then when it came right down to it, I couldn't take my old comic books apart, so I just used some new ones for the first, time this is the first time I made comic book journals. I've never made that theme before, so, but it was fun, and I was inspired to do it, so I did it. This is a little paper pad in this one, a little notepad with some blue lined paper. And it's got this pretty sparkly scrapbook paper here from that comic book. Just moving it around so you can see hopefully you can see how it sparkles in the camera. And this is a little game card from Candyland. So this can be used however you wish. A journaling card or make a tuck spot somewhere. Really fun, right? And then here's a bulldog clip on this page holding on a paint chip. And you can cut this apart and just have all kinds of fun with that. And then this is a luggage tag from Carolina American Tours. And those are vintage. I've had those for a while and have been using them here and there in my journals. So put one in here. On the other side of that page was a pocket. So in here I have a piece of the tie-dye paper, the purple one. So you can, have some fun with some tie-dye paper. Making things for your journal or whatever. There's a couple of journaling cards there and a vintage flashcard. And then some more of the tie-dye paper here. And then you can see the comic book and the tie-dye paper. This is some blue lined paper. This is some pink lined paper that I think this is the one. This came from the paper pad that I picked up at a thrift store. That's not new either. I made all the tie-dye paper myself. That was so fun. Okay, so in this one, just like the Star Wars book, I put a coin, one of these coins. Now this one's a little different than the other one. This one has a lady on it. I mean, this looks like a real coin. See the little lady and the words around the outside. Let me hold it still for a second so you can kind of focus on that. And let's see what's on the other side. Oh, the same thing. Okay. But I put that in here too because Scrooge McDuck, he's the money man. He's the money man. So yeah, I thought it would be appropriate to put a coin here for Mr. Scrooge, and so I thought that would be a fun little, thing to bring it all together. So let's see, where were we? The middle. I lost the middle now. It's the let's see. Let me see. I'll find it. Or maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just keep going. Oh, I think it's right here. Yeah, I like to put the comic book page in the middle so you have a nice spread here in the middle when you get to the middle. And then as we go to the back half, you'll see the other side of the pages that were in the front. So I won't describe them to you again. I'll just flip through here so you can see how they look. And I'll tell you about the pockets and the tuck spots. Here's a little tuck up right here. And it's with that pretty scrapbook paper. A vintage flashcard, a journaling card, and a cute little smiley face playing card or game card. See, it's the 5 of hearts, I think, or 5 of smiley face hearts. Heart smiley faces. So cute, right? I think I only have one of those, but I did put it in here. I thought it would be a fun thing to put in a comic book journal. This is the belly band in this one with a large journaling card, and this one. This is a journaling card too. So those are under the belly band. And then there's a pocket here where we have another piece of scrapbook paper. This is all cardstock. When I say scrapbook paper, it's all cardstock that you can cut up and just have fun with in your journal. That's what my bits and pieces are all about, for you to have fun with and do whatever you want with. Score pad, you know, write on, use as backgrounds for your pictures or frames, or cut up and make ephemera and tags. Here's a journaling card. These are also little scraps that you can have fun with. You know, make some tags, decorate tags, whatever you want. So those are little strips and things that you can have fun with. And let's see, we'll just flip through these. And then here's a pocket here. Another piece of scrapbook paper. That is the pretty one that when you turn it, you can see all the glittery kind of shininess to it. I just love it. It's just so pretty. I could sit here and play with it all day. This one too. Let you have a good look at this, so maybe you can see the bling in this. It's so pretty when the light catches it, you know what I mean? Very pretty. And so that goes in there. And then another piece of note paper here. The one with the flip-flops. I put one in the Star Wars journal too. And then flip out here. Tie-dye paper. See, over here you can make your own tie-dye. You can do your own painting on that side, or whatever you want to do. Gluing, glue book type of thing. This is a planner page. So that's nice and colorful and has lots of lines to do things with. A guest check. I got the 2 layers here again. The original top layer and then the copy, which is the bottom layer. So those are in there to have fun with. And a little playing, I guess this is a playing card, number 4, or 4, it says 4 on this side and 14 on this side. So that's that. And let's see, okay. This is the vintage paper clip in this one. It's orange. It's one of those plastic vintage paper clips that they don't make anymore. And then a couple sheets, little note sheets here. The message pad, green message pad, and this one here. Just some colorful paper to have fun with. I mean, wouldn't that look pretty? Either one of those on this black cardstock. So, just some fun stuff. And oh, I did put a strip here of the scrapbook paper that was left. I thought that would look pretty on this black cardstock. And then on the back of this, I see we have a pocket here. And here's a drilling card and a crooked playing card. That's what they're called on the box. It says crooked playing cards. And then here's the last page, I think. Let's see. Yep, that's the last page. The back here of the comic book had advertisements for, this looks like Star Wars, and don't know if this is Star Wars. I guess this is Star Wars too, because there's Darth Vader. So yeah, all that's Darth Vader, and then Sonic was on the back. So that's the journal, nice and thick. You can see I didn't show you the side view of the Star Wars, but it looks similar but a little bit bigger. But I just love looking at the pages like this, you know, all the different colors and things. So fun. And so the goodie pack, what I have in this one, and I used a popcorn bag for the other one too. It's an old popcorn bag. These are, you know, are even starting to brown, so they are getting old. But I thought it would be fun to use a popcorn bag for the goodies in this one. And then I put in some, these are all goodies for you to, you know, decorate, write, you know, cut apart and do whatever, you know, have some fun. But I put some, I've been trying to put some cardstock, because these are great for you know, framing a picture too, or, you know, anything like that, layering. So there's some cardstock pieces in here. There's this invitation, which is a one-piece cardstock with lines, and those are old from a thrift shop. This is a postcard that I've had in my stash. I got it from a subscription box that I didn't order, but they sent one to me, and I, you know, this was in there, and I was like, I didn't order this, but they let me keep it. Here's a large playing card. This is a little red bag that you can do something with. Those are always fun, little paper bags. Some little blue lined paper. This is some index cards of different colors that you can have fun with. Let's see, there's a couple, looks like a couple of green ones. And they have lines on the front and blank on the back. You can always cut these in half and make, you know, if it's too wide, say you wanted to use it, and you don't have to use it as a whole. You can cut it right in half and use half, or cut it to fit, you know. You don't have to use it as a whole. Just remember that. I cut them in half all the time and use them for little journaling cards. It's so handy. And then here's a little graph, like grid index card. I like those a lot with the grid, something different other than lines. And then here's the little crayon for this one, a little crayon card. It is actually a card with an envelope, in case you didn't see my last video where I put one in there. And then I've got some green tickets here. You can, you know, these are perforated, so you can chop them and, you know, break them in half, or, you know, individual or whatever. Just have some fun with those. And then I did also add this little, I guess this is vellum, super duper it says on there. And then this little quote, or I guess I'm calling it a quote, quote marks. It's a big vellum, white vellum piece that I'm going to put in here. I thought somebody could have fun with. And some little stickers are in here too, just some little colorful stickers. I thought I had 4 here, but I only, oh, here's the other one. I knew it. One escaped. But just some colorful stickers to have fun with, you know. Just, you know, that's how I make my goodie bags. I try to put things in from the project if I have any scraps left, plus things that, you know, that's quite a bit of stuff there that you can, you know, use to decorate, write, whatever, you know, put together and make ephemera. So that's all going in this little goodie bag for this journal. And when you see this whole thing will be in my shop. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the comic books. I'm already planning my next journal that I'm going to make. I have to make my, get started on my design team projects for January, and but I have to do my one for December for Tsunami Rose in the next week, so I'll be working on that, my Tsunami Rose journal, and it's beautiful, going to be beautiful as usual, because she has beautiful digitals, of course. So can't wait. I've been cutting on those for the last couple of days, getting it all cut out, so I'll be ready to show that to you, the start of it, in probably one of my next videos. So there it is, Mr. Scrooge, all ready to go. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Happy crafting. Thanks for watching. See you later.